Needs to go straight into the fridge.
I feel like Diamond, you should intro the Is Britney Bitch episode. It'll be a little off if I do
All right.
it.
All right. So we are going live. I'm going to start the countdown. We're going to be muted during the countdown.
Hi. Hello, everybody.
Yo.
And welcome.
Yo.
So let's introduce ourselves first so everybody knows who's here with us today. I'm Diamond.
I'm
Isaiah.
I'm Candace.
And Candace, thank you so much for joining us. Candace is joining us for the first time. This is the Mogul Minds Podcast Network for an episode of Real Talk Chicago. We are going to be covering our favorite topic, at least my favorite topic, which is pop culture. And today it's Britney, bitch. So Ide is going to kick us off with some topics. We've got lots of other things, but obviously in recent news this week, we are hearing for the first time Britney breaking her silence on the conservatorship. Lots of other things going on this week. So we've got some interesting stuff for you. So stay tuned and feel free to join the conversation. Leave some comments. Let us know what you think. So let's do it.
Absolutely. No, like Diamond said, the main topic of the show will be Britney Spears, and I'm sure us being 90s babies, she holds a special place in all our hearts and played a pivotal role in those years. So we definitely want to salute the legend and kind of just shed some light on what's going on with her.
Absolutely.
But how about we get into some other fuckery before we get into Britney?
Yeah, let's have some fun first.
Yeah, so you guys heard about this TikTok strike, and apparently, I'm a man of lighter complexion, so Diamond, I'll let you go ahead and explain what's going on here.
Long story short, Black TikTok is on strike because a lot of times we've been seeing, let's say since the beginning of quarantine, remember when the Savage Challenge came out? A young creator, she made the dance and everybody started doing the dance. And we've seen that happen now a million times with pretty much every dance. And it's happened where bigger TikTokers with like larger followings are doing the dances but not giving credit. So Black TikTok was like, you know what? We're not gonna keep making these dances and we're gonna see what you guys do. So they went on strike. And in particular, there was one song that started to trend. It was a Meg Thee Stallion song. I don't think we have the video pulled up, but it's turned into this whole thing where now everybody's kind of like imitating these. They're not really dances. It's just kind of like, I don't know what you would call it, but it's become a trend for this Megan song. And it's hilarious, honestly. Like, I love TikTok. I don't go on there enough, but every time I do, I'm genuinely entertained.
Yeah,
to be honest, I couldn't make up a joke, though.
Yeah, it's a good place to find just like random videos, right? Like you're just scrolling and you'll see all types of random shit, and then now the best creators of it are like, no, we're not giving this away no more. Like, what do you guys think happens from here? Like, how do these creators in this space solidify their names?
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Things occur.
Yeah, we can hear you. In my opinion, I think that maybe TikTok implements a feature that requires you to because when you go into a sound on TikTok, you can see everybody that's used the sound, but maybe they can implement something where it always shows like this person originated these moves. I don't know. But
isn't it more tailored toward like the actual music, right? Like the music will be credited, but the people then doing credited. Right. So the people doing the dances then like they could just, how are you gonna credit a move that you just do randomly as you're doing the dance,
Well, there's also like a loophole.
A way for them to do it.
I can't
Right.
hear you, Isaiah.
Isaiah, you went out again.
If we upload a video right now, and all
Yeah.
that YouTube does, they have this software that like matches the motion in the video, and that's how they know if they need to pull your video down for copyright infringement or not. But I think that would be a lot more difficult with a fucking dance.
Yeah.
Right.
And other than that, too, there is a loophole with like sound also. Like I could create my own sound and use a song. TikTok is good at flagging it and being like, this isn't your original content, but people do like find ways to get away with it. So it's really tricky with the copyright stuff on TikTok. And because TikTok is literally, I feel like I'd love to know how many users they actually have. I feel like the entire world. I mean, I have old ass uncles in the Middle East that fucking sit on TikTok all day. Like,
Right.
seriously, like the older generation loves it too. So it's tricky. And I feel like credit just needs to be given. Maybe that's what the strike is going to do.
Yeah, it's like a searchless YouTube to me. You know, like you can go down this like rabbit hole of just videos on videos just by doing
Yeah.
it, you know,
And the
without actually
algorithm
having
is
to like
so
search
good.
for anything.
Yes. And it knows. That's what I'm saying.
People
Like the
telling me I
algorithm
should
knows.
do my conspiracy content on TikTok. I
You should.
can't get into TikTok.
No, Isaiah, you really should, because there is like literally a place for you there. I'm not even joking. Like there is like literally a community for you there. I'm not lying. I love
Candace, what do you
TikTok.
think?
I'm not a big TikTok person. I don't know how to make them. I just scroll through and I just laugh at the videos.
Yeah,
Right.
it's good, man. When it gets to know you, like the algorithm shoots you the best shit ever because it just knows what you like.
Yup.
Hey, I do want to share this. I found the Meg dot shit. Hold on.
You
1
did?
second.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, Sharon, so funny.
So this is the ones they're making fun of.
Yeah, when she just walks away.
Content, which has produced a bunch of.
But it's not making sound, is it?
No. I turned the sound off. It's just like commentary over it. But this the dude that was he was riding them for he was like, man, you guys got clear directions of what to do in the song, right? Like hands on your knees, some you dot shit. I don't know how the song goes, but anyway. So he's like, how you guys fuck it up by doing this? I was dead, man.
So good.
Eddie probably want to slap out that screen.
Isaiah, you're muffled.
Isaiah, what's up with your audio?
I don't know. It's this headset. It's just because I'm on my phone as opposed to the
Oh
computer.
no, pull down the mic. Pull down the mic. That's what it is. Try now. Now we don't hear it at all.
Live stream issues, you know?
It's something. This is my old phone. It's not my proper phone. This is my crack phone. This is the studio phone I'm on right now.
All right.
Man got 2 phones. Yeah, man. So I'm to wrap this up. I guess I just hope that the strike ends. I want to see good content on TikTok. And,
I want to see the dances again.
I don't want to completely left to white people.
I love it.
Yeah.
White people can't dance as good. It's just facts.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. When we do, and when like the certain ones that could, we kill it. Like there's this dude who was doing a moonwalk. I don't know if you guys saw this, but like he gets out of the car, and like Isaiah, I think you shared this video the other day on the Mogul Minds page where he looked like he was floating, like roller skating or something, because you couldn't see his feet at first. So dope. Isaiah, you able to pull that?
He just joined again, so he might his audio.
I didn't hear that last thing you said.
The guy who was that white dude that was doing like the moonwalk.
Oh, that shit was fire. Can I screen share that shit?
Come on, screen share that.
Yes.
That shit was hard. Like this was the smoothest dude fucking ever right now. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, but to my point, like when white people could dance, they do it well. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, I'm gonna speak from a half black person, okay? I can't dance. I can't do them TikTok dances. I can make it look like I can do a little something, but I can't do a whole choreography.
No, the kids nowadays are special with that. Like I'm like, man, just like remembering
Yo,
everything, and man, it's
he
I'm
too
looks
s-
like
much.
he has wheelies on.
yeah, right. That's the same shit I said. I thought he had skates on or some shit.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
But
so
it's playing Smooth Criminal, so I'ma not do that because we keep getting strikes everywhere. But you can see how smooth this dude is. And he does not have he got on mics right now.
right, he
Um,
got on some J's.
right,
That's
like and
crazy.
you know what it reminds me of? Squidward and Squidward's dancing like I remember like I'm gonna end this screen share, but yeah, this dude was just super smooth.
Yeah,
I
man.
love it.
So TikTok creators, we need y'all back. Let's get this right. However, it
Let's
needs to
do
be
it.
figured out. Um, I know it was an issue a while ago. Remember when Fortnite was stealing all the popular dances? I don't know if you guys
But were they
remember that topic.
stealing? Because I was definitely buying those. Remember, I was playing Fortnite every day.
Yeah.
I didn't
So
know
and
they were stealing.
yeah, so there's like TikTokers. Well, I don't know if this was pre-TikTok. It might have been, but so there was people creating these popular dances, and then Fortnite would just take them and incorporate them into the game, and you could buy it, right? So, but the artists or the people who came up with them were not getting paid.
Oh, didn't Carlton sue Fortnite behind that shit?
Yeah,
Oh, true,
I
they
think
did.
something like that
Yeah,
happened. Yeah,
I did
Yeah, I
buy that.
remember that.
yeah. So again,
Wait, y'all be buying dances on Fortnite?
I don't play
Listen, this is
Fortnite.
how it works. This is how it works. There's so much Fortnite hate. Okay, I haven't played in a long time, but
I'll bet you're garbage.
I'm gonna speak for the Fortniters. I was good in quarantine. I'm not gonna lie. I got time. Remember that video? I
I
got
got time today, cuz.
Hey, rest in peace. He was recently murdered.
No,
But
he wasn't. That was a lie.
that was? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's the life.
Hey, I'm using that drop. So we're in the middle of revamping the way that we do a lot of our content, and I got him saved already as a drop for all the people who be talking shit online. When I go in, I'm playing that drop first. Today I got time, cuz.
Today I got time, cuz.
Legendary, legendary.
What was I
Yeah,
gonna say? Oh, yeah,
man.
you buy dances, you buy skins. So
Right.
the reason it gets addicting, and I feel really sorry for parents who have kids playing it because you're like not cool if you don't have the newest shit. But the newest shit comes out every day, every 24 hours. The store freaking changes. So like you get a new dance, you get a new outfit, and then once it goes, it goes. Like sometimes they bring it back, but rarely. So yeah, you buy dance because you want to look like, yeah, I got this dance. You know?
So while we're on that topic, that's actually the way that gaming in general is moving. So like for example, Grand Theft Auto used to come out like every 3-4 years, but now they don't have to do that because now all they do is just keep creating new missions for Grand Theft Auto Online. This last Grand Theft Auto came out like fucking 7-8 years ago. The next one won't come out till 2004, 2005. So that what I say, 2000. I said 2005. Yeah, 2025 or so.
Whoa, 2005.
Yeah, he took it back.
Yeah, right. What's that? 8th grade?
Yeah,
No,
man.
that was Mather. That was senior
Oh yeah,
year.
yeah.
It was both.
That was freshman year. Oh, okay, we did graduate
Yeah.
05.
No, I was a sophomore that year, so
Yeah, you old though, so you know.
you know what I'm saying. I still was
I
better.
can't stop smoking.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not gonna smoke on camera.
Right.
Look, I quit drinking like I don't know 57 days ago or some shit like that, so I can only quit one thing at a time.
That's a
I'm
fact,
so
man.
proud of
It's hard out here. I salute to all the people fighting their, urges and
Yeah, they're demons.
addictions.
Yeah, I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Hey,
my
man.
bad. We're just out here flaunting our drinks. Like, cheers, my bad.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't do it. We didn't do it live. Like that's why I'm like ducking off the side of the camera because I'm like I don't want to promote this delicious beer until they want to cut the check.
Should I hold it like this?
We're definitely at some point gonna get one. We're gonna get a sponsor for some sort of booze.
Manifest it.
Right.
All right, so TikTok strike, and then are we putting a bow in the TikTok strike situation?
Yeah, man. Just bring the creators back and give them some sort of recognition. I don't know what it needs to be. If it's monetary, monetary always, but whatever. I'm sure there's smarter people than me that can come up with some cool ways to improve TikTok. So, whatever it is, do that.
Wow, this
But all
is
right,
cool.
so I guess to jump ship here from the TikTok strike, let's talk about. I don't know. Do you guys know who Pooh Shiesty is?
Yeah.
Not really. Like I've heard of him, but I don't know.
Come on, Diamond.
Candace knows. Candace
So
knows.
I know
I'd
his music. That's about it, though. I don't follow his personal life.
What'd you say, Isaiah?
now you're gonna have to get it back in blood.
Yeah,
Is that
right,
the song?
right. He
I'd
got
get
his
it back
own
in
fly.
blood.
He don't need security in the club. Big. I wish I could do the note, bro. I can never do that shit.
Oh, he's the one on the song with Coi Leray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm out of the loop, guys. I only listen to music made in Mogul Mind
Coming
Studio, so I don't know shit about this.
Yeah. Well, Diamond seems to know him from another lane in music, so that's cool. All right, but
You know Coi Leray.
yeah. Benzino's daughter. Yeah.
Oh, I met that dude at a hip hop conference in Miami.
Yeah. Legendary in the rap game, but
He don't got no neck in real life. Like he don't. I mean, I'm just saying it was something I noticed. His girl was bad.
I'm gonna have to take your word for it, bro. I've never seen him. But all right, so to get back to Pooh Shiesty got locked up not too long ago. There was apparently a shooting in a club that he was at. From the video I saw, it looked like people were trying to take the ones that he had brought in to throw. I think it was a strip club, or
were they Usher bucks or were they real dollars?
No, they were real dollars. They were Washingtons.
Okay.
Definitely not Urshers.
Not Usher bucks.
Yeah. And so whatever, these people tried him, and true to his name, you know, he don't need security in the club. He had his own fire, and he let that thing go, you know. And apparently, he did hit, security.
Wait, he shot people?
Yeah, ironically enough, he hit a security guard. Like he didn't hit nobody else but a security guard in the foot. That was why he initially got locked up. The security guard recanted his statement, saying, I was under duress when I made my initial statement. I want to drop my statement. I don't want nothing to do with it. So
Pooh Shiesty paid him that ticket. Look, bro, I wasn't even aiming at you. Just take these couple bands real quick, pull that statement back. I got you.
Allegedly, I'm not gonna put that on him because he's already fighting a lot more.
I am a conspiracy theorist. That nothing I'm saying right now is based on facts at all. This is purely for entertainment purposes.
Yes. But yeah, so that's how he got locked up, and then like all that happened. That was the big story in the news. But then now, I think like the last few days actually, Pooh Shiesty now has new charges, federal charges. The FBI is claiming that he was involved in another shooting where the story is he went to go buy like weed and shoes off of some dude, and they were in a parking lot, and Pooh Shiesty pulled out the Draco, shot this dude, took the weed and the shoes, but left behind a bag full of with $40,000 in it, right? So the feds found this bag at the site of the shooting, and then were able to link it to Pooh Shiesty through one of his videos where the same money was in the video. So they linked like serial numbers off the money. Crazy shit, right? Like
the video. Is there a link to the video?
So real quick.
How the hell they saw these numbers? Like, aren't they so tiny?
While we're on that topic, right? So the hip hop cops are a real thing. I know a lot of people, for whatever reason, don't believe they're a real thing, even though for decades now we've been seeing all types of rappers go to jail for all types of stupid shit that they do for some reason, not thinking that the cops are watching them. So there are police officers who have done interviews talking about how they were assigned to, their whole job was to follow these people, figure out what criminal activity they're in, and take them down.
Right in, okay, when I'm done.
We just
my bad, you got
yeah. We just watched that happen with what's his name? What's the fucking rainbow hair color? No, 6ix9ine. Yeah, this kid. So these people's job is literally watch this guy's videos, watch what he does on social media. He's showing guns in the video. So now they got to figure out, are these prop guns or are these real guns? So they're going to slow down the video, screenshot or crop the gun and then zoom in and then edit the image so that they can unpixelate it and then figure out exactly what the serial number is, and then they go trace that serial number and see who that firearm was sold to. So it's actually a lot of work that they've done just to fuck this guy over. I don't know, like I feel like that's kind of a lot, but then at the same time, you shooting security guards and shit at work. I've been a security guard in a club before. I'd be salty as fuck if I got shot by some fucking rapper. So, like, I don't know, I don't know. But I can, continue on with what you were saying about this whole.
Yeah, no, man. Like, I think to your point though, like, it seems like why would they go through all this effort just to get Pooh Shiesty, right? Like, he's just a rapper. He's just coming up, but. There was actually he's from Memphis, and in Memphis there was an ongoing, I don't want to call it gang war, but like almost like a turf war or just some sort of a war in the hood of Memphis, right, where they're from. And so this might spill into a lot more other indictments, like if the feds are coming for him, we know one thing, that they're going for something more, so that's what I'm thinking is gonna happen. I hope not, but yeah, man, I don't know what to say about this.
Let's keep in mind that the feds also have a above 95% conviction rate, so typically they're not even coming to get you unless they got fucking evidence to put you away.
My main thing that always blows my mind, and I can't judge because like people are gonna be the same, like if you're rich and famous, it doesn't change you a whole lot. You're still gonna be you, but it just blows my mind that people get to this spot of like you made it out and you still risk everything. You know what I'm saying?
So to your point, Diamond, there's a saying, right? Like money doesn't change who you are, it just makes you more of who you are. So if Pooh Shiesty is a dude who don't need no security and he is about that life, then people got to stop playing with all these rappers and understand that a small percentage, yes, but some of them are about that action, just like the baby, right?
I like it was Charlemagne, I think, who said this. He was like, man, who did not get the memo to Pooh Shiesty that you don't gotta be real to rap? Like you could just go ahead and pump fake like all these other dudes do.
Right. Like Drake talking about the little fights he got in, like, no, you didn't.
And you never know. He's kind of from the streets, Diamond.
Oh my God, shut the fuck up!
Oh my God, we saw the grassy boy. We saw the grassy.
I'm not trying to hear no tough shit from Wheelchair Jimmy. All right.
I purely said that to get a reaction out of you.
I know.
And I knew you were doing it, and I didn't care. I'm still about to give you the reaction. I don't understand why, for some reason, Drake is light-skinned king, like my nigga C Breezy not out here, the realest of all light skins.
Hey, man, it's that
nothing on his record. Chris Brown has a record. Drake don't.
So shouldn't that give Chris Brown more clout?
It does, but it also gives him this negative ass cloud over him where everyone's kind of like, ooh, but you did do that. So.
Hey, speaking of, like, I don't know if you guys heard, but our boy C Breezy might be back up to his old antics. Apparently, some like new charges came out of a girl claiming he put his hands on her recently. Allegedly.
That's very, very dangerous for him. I feel honestly like anybody could say that, and even if it didn't happen, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like
the court of public opinion is what you're talking about, Diamond. Like no matter what,
but
he did that shit.
Right?
Is he sort of like on that other level where like he's untouchable?
Well, Chris Brown out in LA, I'm gonna be honest. He is like, he's out here. Like Chris Brown's house is always getting invited to. Like he's just with regular people all the time. So I just feel like he's not careful either.
So have you? So damn. Just because a rich nigga want to hang out with some regular people,
no,
he's not
that's
careful.
Fine. I'm just saying he puts himself in vulnerable positions where anybody has access to him.
Right. A lot of people have access to him, and then now they could put him in a compromising situation where like he has to react to protect himself.
I don't know.
We got
Erica just hopped in.
Welcome, Erica.
Hi, everybody.
How's it going, Erica?
This is making me so happy.
I just got home. Sorry.
You're good. You're good. We're just talking pop culture. If you want to join the combo, we're just talking shit.
Definitely.
Sweet.
Wait, see, what's Chris Brown? Erica lives in LA too. Isn't Chris Brown super accessible here in LA? Like anybody has access to that man.
I feel like he does, or everybody does.
Yeah, like he is
Like
just
my ex-boyfriend used to sell him French bulldogs.
See,
Your ex-boyfriend used to sell Chris Brown bulldogs?
Yeah, not bulldogs. I'm sorry, French bulldogs.
French bulldogs.
Wow.
So the
I heard
tiny
about
one.
a July 4th party he was having. Like he's just out here. Anybody has access.
That's nuts, man. Yeah, I mean, so I think he puts himself in a position where, you know, somebody could do something to him, and if he reacts, he's a celebrity. He's gonna get all the news coverage, so to say. And it's like you're right, Diamond. It puts him in a bad situation, but
For sure.
Yeah.
like the Pooh
He has to
Shiesty
be
situation, I hope that's resolved well too. You know, I don't wish none of that on none of them.
Yeah, but you're a Drake stan, so we know that secretly you hate on Chris Brown.
No, I love Chris. Hey, Chris Brown. I agree with your sentiment. Like Chris Brown was around before Drake in my life anyway. So you know what I'm saying? Like they play different roles in my life.
At 16, I had the Umbrella remix as my ringtone.
You got some major echo going on.
Who is it?
It's that Drake. No, there's not a lot happening.
Drake tapped in.
Hey, he's on even time like you. He muted you on your own network. Look.
Wait, what is it?
Hey, no, everybody has a. So we got technical issues.
I don't think that's me. I think somebody has the stream up in their background and they need to turn it off.
Is it me?
Is anybody? Wait, everybody go on mute.
I don't know how.
All right.
I think it worked. Erica, it was you.
Yeah, you might be on YouTube or somewhere. If you are, just
You have it
cancel.
twice, maybe.
Yeah, if you're in the stream, you can't also have it up in the background just because that's what makes it tweak. But once you end it, we'll be good to go. So we putting a bow in this Chris Brown thing.
Yeah. I definitely wanted to throw it over to Diamond for this next one. I know, you know, she's gonna have the you know, all the info about
We got
this
the
one.
whole crew here. Oh, we're talking about
yeah. So,
I thought we were talking about something else. Okay.
as a matter of fact, hey, I am gonna walk away for a second. You guys got this, so go ahead.
I honestly
What
don't
the fuck
have
is Skims Olympic clothing?
Okay, so I don't have much to elaborate on, but basically, the Team USA decided to allow Kim Kardashian's, you know, she has her basics line, Skims. It's like nude loungewear. They basically made her loungewear the official loungewear for Team USA, which means that, you know, when they're like
Well, she's getting a stupid check.
Right. Stupid.
I would like to know how much money that is. That's the only thing I care about. I don't care about Kim Kardashian or her clothing line.
Let's see, maybe
Let's see how much.
see what she did to that one car with her Skims.
Yes, I saw that. I honestly loved it though. I thought it was.
I don't get it. Like that was literally for 1 second. Like she can't do anything with that car.
And drive it. It was just for show.
That's crazy. Like to be that rich. Skims, Team USA.
I've been out of social. What did she do to the car?
She took what's the name of that one car? I forgot. It's like I keep hearing about it.
Continue on with this Skim situation. I'll be right back.
Okay. Basically, she decked out a car in Skims. Like it was literally covered. You know how you can like cover a car with like a sticker, but it was like the cloth from her clothing line.
I forget. Somebody else did that with like Velvet or something, or I think it was like The Game or Kanye. I don't know.
But see, Velvet, I feel like at least is like thin. This was like thick, like fuzzy loungewear all over the car.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't buy it. I'm like, this shit looks so soft.
I know, so soft. It's still echoing. You guys hear it too?
It's me probably. I have YouTube on the TV for Logan.
Yeah, but that's fine.
So is it it still echoey?
Yeah. Do you have headphones, maybe?
Huh? Sorry?
Do you have headphones?
No. I lost one of each. One of my Apple ones and one of my Samsung. But I'm gonna head out to get ready in a bit. But I wanted to join and say hi.
I know. I'm so happy you joined. I'm trying to look up what the
Diamond,
deal
I mean, while you guys are all here, I don't know if you want me to just jump topics sort of here and let you guys touch on the business you guys are all involved in, and kind of just give people an idea of what's going on there.
Yeah, no, for sure. I was looking up really quick first what the cost or like the deal size was for this Skims Team USA deal, but I don't see it. She's probably keeping it discreet. But one of the articles was like billionaire Kim Kardashian, like so much money.
She's not gonna give it up. That's gonna be a secret.
Honestly, that's another topic we didn't think of that could be covered because that's a whole thing in itself. Like Kim and Kanye's divorce. I think Kanye's dating Irina Shayk now.
Oh, I did see some photos of him with some girl. I don't know her name.
What's crazy is like I'm such a Kanye fan. So he has a song from like 10 years ago where he mentioned Irina Shayk. So I find it funny. Yeah, like the Christian Dior Denim Flow. It's like a song where he names just like a bunch of models that he wants to be with.
I love that song.
Right. He's like, I want to see Irina Shayk next to Dowson. And like now look at that.
Oh, okay. I know the bar. Okay, yeah.
I love Kanye. Big Kanye.
I know.
I've
seen this. What, Isaiah?
At our studio, we only have a handful of rules, one of which is no Kanye slander because we love Kanye.
Oh, yeah, no Kanye slander. But I want to see, how do I confirm if he's really dating Irina Shayk?
I don't even know who that is.
She's a Russian model.
Yeah, I can see if I could pull it up for y'all. That's Irina.
Every time I hear about Kanye like dating somebody or some shit like that, I always think about that one line he got and when he get on, he lay your ass for a white girl.
And it's a fact once again, bro. It's definitely.
If I'm Kim though, and I know you rapped about Irina Shayk 10 years ago in your little model song, and we just divorced yesterday, and you already like with her, like damn, like were you just like waiting? Was she your back burner girl?
Hey, but it don't mean that they weren't going through things for a long time behind the scenes,
That's true too. Somebody just hopped in and then hopped back out. I don't know who it was.
It might be Erica, unless I can't see her because she said she had to go.
Okay, maybe it was Erica.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is Erica.
Okay.
Yeah. So they basically, there's rumors that he's with her. Kim just did her reunion episode of the Kardashians because that just came to an end, and they asked her about rumors of her dating Maluma and somebody else, I can't remember, but she like shut it down really quick, and she was like, no, Maluma's an amazing guy. I've seen him in Miami a few times, but like I'm not dating anyone. She said she would date a regular dude. That doesn't mean broke, but she said she would date a non-famous dude.
What's regular to her though?
I think she just means someone not in the limelight, but she said they would need to understand the limelight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so basically somebody who makes $500,000 a year, at least.
At least, yeah, rich.
Yeah,
right. I mean, realistically, I know a lot of people want to be like, oh, she couldn't really date a regular guy. Realistically, why would you want to be with her if you're if you make $120,000 a year? Your lifestyles are not comparable. You couldn't provide her with the things that she's comfortable with. It's only going to be a burden on you. And then on top of that, she's around some of the richest dudes in the world all the time. So if your self-confidence is not A1, all you're gonna do is drive yourself crazy. Like there's no reason for a regular guy to be with a woman like that.
But what usually happens when the Kardashians touch anything is that person becomes rich and famous. So you might catch up, not be at her level, but you might live more comfortably once you start dating her.
Yeah, you're gonna get. You have to almost be in that vein of where you're an entrepreneur going for something, and then maybe this extra exposure would do something for you.
And like people reach out to the guys that they date, like for, I don't know, shoots and brand deals because you're freaking Kim Kardashian's boyfriend now,
So while we got a few girls on the podcast right now, there's this topic that I don't know if you guys have come across it with this girl Blue Jazz or whatever. I don't know. I don't know if she is an OnlyFans girl. I don't know why she was on some show. Long story short, she's going viral. You guys will see it at some point. But all these guys in so YouTube's manosphere is what it's called. There's a bunch of guys who make content specifically for guys, but a lot of that content revolves around women. This specific girl was talking about how she was dealing with this high earning guy or whatever. She claims that she helped him really glow up his business or whatever. Long story short, he pays for her loft and pays for her car.
I did see this. And she was
Right.
like, he needs to keep doing it after the breakup.
Right. So he has been doing it for a year and a half since they broke up.
Nah,
And
she's sneaking.
in my eyes, I don't give a fuck how much money that dude makes. He's a fucking simp for the simple matter of the fact that she got a whole new nigga, a whole new boyfriend that she lives with in a crib that he pays for, driving around in a car that he pays for. And she was like, not only should he keep doing it, she feels like he has to do it for no less than 3 months after them breaking up, and then 6 months is just him being really nice. But he's been doing it for a year and a half, and she feels entitled to it.
Yeah,
Like
no,
he
you
should
have
keep
to
doing
watch
it.
the video. You have to watch the video to be extra annoyed because her whole outlook on it is horrible. Like, she's basically like, stay with me till I find the next rich guy, or like
Right.
support me till I find the next rich guy. And it's just
Right.
like,
She said, you upgraded my lifestyle, and just because we broke up don't mean that you could take that away. And I just thought that was wild as fuck, because in my eyes, it's like, okay, I upgraded your lifestyle because that's how I'm living. But as soon as we
Exactly.
break up, your lifestyle go back to whatever the fuck it was beforehand.
right. If I'm dating a guy that's rich and bought me a car and got me a condo, in my mind, I'm not thinking like, I'm thinking this could be taken away at any moment, right? Because you own it. These are your things. Now, when we break up, if you're petty and you take it, I'm not gonna, but what am I gonna do? It's like the the Sweetie Quavo thing. You know, he took her car. They both rich. I don't know. Like, people are petty in breakups. Me and my ex broke up, and he was like hounding me for the TV we went half on. So you think people are not gonna like take a car?
But what do you think about her just like feeling like, all right, just because you have this other lifestyle and I came and joined along in this lifestyle with you at a certain point, and then we end up not working out, but now I'm so used to this lifestyle that I feel it's not right for you to just take it away from me. So
Well,
now she feels like he has to pay for her loft, he has to pay for her Benz or whatever she's driving.
You know what? This girl needs some Monet in her life so she can get some.
hey,
Hey, I like that transition right there.
she needs to join the millionaire movement.
Right, she needs to get her own bands up, is what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty
Right,
much.
get that free Cadillac, boo.
Right.
So while we're on the topic, since Candace did that, phenomenal transition for us, why don't we talk a little bit about this Monet lifestyle? I'm gonna hop out, but when I come back, I'm gonna have my product with me. I'll be right back.
Yes, Candace, just so you know, Ide and Isaiah are both clients, and
I mean, she can
just
tell, like she.
I think Ide is honestly my most satisfied client. I'm not gonna lie. I
Yeah.
loves his products. Isaiah,
That's only because my lack of consistency with use.
Yeah,
Yes.
see, I'll go back to that first time that Diamond sent me the instructions of how to use them, and I'm like, man, I'm just scrolling back through all the messages to get back to this one old message of like, all right, she said put this on at the PM, da, 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 da. And then I'll just ask Diamond like, I don't know shit about this, honestly. This is the first time I've ever purchased product. This is the first time I've ever taken interest in actually like just doing something for my skin, and yeah. So I'm asking her just weird questions like, yo, is this for guys too, or like how does it work? So why don't you tell them about it? Yeah. I'm sure I'm not the only guy that feels like that. Seeing your videos and whatnot, what you guys are working on, like I'm sure there's a lot of guys like, all right, this is cool, but I don't know how this applies to me.
Yes, I love that. And there's so many male clients. Like most of my clients are actually male.
Mine too.
Yeah, and you know what I think it is too? I think that men are more open to hearing about skincare because a lot of times they're like, yeah, I don't really do like anything. I just wash with like, I don't know, this random soap. But then when they get this routine in, they're more open to hearing about it because women are more like, no, I got my thing already. Like I do whatever I do already. But you
Right.
know, I love that. I love all of like the feedback I get from my male clients because they're like, oh my God, I'm gonna need to re-up. I love it. Like my skin feels like this. So it's amazing. So a little bit about what Candace and I do. We're both on the same team. We work for a global beauty brand, Monat. The products we offer are skincare, hair care. We've got men's, we've got kids, we've even got pet products. Everything that
Wellness.
we offer is oh yeah, wellness. Thank you. I forgot about wellness. So you're gonna get that collagen soon.
Yeah.
All the products are vegan, they're anti-aging, cruelty-free, Leaping Bunny certified. So just really good stuff for you. Very gentle products that have seriously transformed my skin and my hair in just 3 months. It did it before that, but I've been doing the business now for 3 months. And I want to ask Candace like a little bit about her experience because Candace, how long have you been doing Monat?
I just started this month, but I've been using the products for like 6-7 months. And
Okay.
like when I ran out of the products and I had fucked up my flagship order, I started using like my Cetaphil again, and I was like, oh, they're
Mm,
not cutting it. No. It's
yes.
right before I went
Yes.
on vacation too, and I just got acne all over my face on vacation. I was like, fuck, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So see, that's another thing that happens too is like, were you saying something or was muted?
No, no, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, we have people that use the products first, right? And then join the business like Candace did. So I started, I'd say it's almost 3 months, if not, it is 3 months. Um, and it's just an amazing opportunity. And so when I come on here and I talk about Monat, I'm not just talking about the products for someone to purchase products because the opportunity that me and Candace are doing is available to anyone, to men as well. You know, we just really have a good time. We have an amazing community. If you want to define what we do, it's social selling. And social selling is something that everyone does without realizing it. You know, you hop on your story and you're like, I love this new drink from Starbucks. And then people in your DMs are like, oh, where's that drink from? Or which drink was it? What was it called? And then you send all these people to Starbucks, right? So we're just talking about our real life experience with these products. I feel like my hair and my skin speak for themselves, especially my curls. That is my biggest accomplishment here is like how healthy they look today.
Hey,
Because when we
your videos about your girls, like I'll be seeing you, you'll be like massage, you know what I mean? Like you so like I'm
I'm
like
in
go
love with
behind it.
them.
Yeah.
I'm literally in love with them. I do you not remember? You probably didn't notice, but remember we used to do the episodes and I have long ass extensions.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
I had the longest, like thickest bundle of glued in extensions. My hair was freaking ruined. It was ripped out once I took everything out. Ugh. And
Yeah.
so I didn't think I could get to like the thickness and the healthiness of this hair. Anyway, so I want to ask you, Candace, how's it going for you now that you've become a market partner? How are you enjoying it? What's your favorite thing about it?
Girl, I wish I would have joined and not spent all that money on products without being able to sell them. I'm like, I should have just
Exactly.
spent 200. I spent more money in products than I could have to sign up. Like I was like,
Exactly. Exactly.
yeah, but
And I
it's so
say it all the
like,
time.
the woman's energy. Like honestly, I did not have many girlfriends. I'm not into like the cattiness, like woman groups. I'm
Yeah.
mostly most guy friends. But when I
Yeah.
joined this, I was kind of skeptical. But there's no drama. Like all the women are so empowering.
Yes.
Everybody's winning. It's like,
Yes.
okay, you guys changed my perspective on women a little bit, honestly.
Right? I love that. I felt the same way because the community is so positive and it's like this friendly competition because we all have the same goal. We're all doing this together. We all motivate each other. And a big part of it too is personal development. So I've become a person that wakes up at 6 a.m. and listens to podcasts and works out because all my girls are doing it with me now. Like it's
Right.
just a positive life shift, and I couldn't be more thankful for it. So thank you for allowing us to talk about this opportunity, and feel free to DM me, DM Candace if you want to hear more about it. Our DMs are open.
That's so dope, man. I love hearing that. I
Yeah.
can tell you guys have fun with it, just like watching your story. Candace, I don't follow you. I will after this. But like just seeing that camaraderie that you guys are building through this business, through the overall thing, just being that you guys are all bettering yourselves is
Yeah.
super inspiring and watch for anybody. I feel like, guy, girl, doesn't matter, like it'll give you
Yeah.
that push to be like, yo, these people are doing something. It might not be the avenue for me, but like I respect it. I love what you guys are doing. I did want to ask you guys and you touched on this, Diamond. So like a lot of the girls that I would, kind of try to refer to you, they'd be like, oh, well, I'm already on a routine, or they're seeing somebody who's helping them with their skincare, whether it be a doctor or dermatologist, whatever.
Yeah.
What do you say to those girls who feel like, can they incorporate products within their treatment that they already have ongoing? Like, how does that work for them?
So my main thing, whenever I have clients or potential clients that tell me like, I see a dermatologist, I tell them I totally get it. And I even recommend that they speak to their dermatologist so that they can show them like, these are products I'd like to try. And can you go over the ingredients and let me know if I'm good? Because we never want to make any medical claims. I don't want to take you off of something your dermatologist is putting you on. But I've had, girls with psoriasis. I've literally sent them info sheets of different products, and they've brought it to their dermatologist to see like, is this something okay for me? So everybody's, unique in that way. And then for people who already are married to their routine, I think that, even that approach, I don't want to push anything on anybody, right? I'm just here to show you what it's doing for me. And then if you change your mind 3 months from now because you see like, wow, like her skin has really transformed, then hey, my DMs are open again. But yeah, you don't have to get skincare, or you can get maybe just one of the products like a scrub and keep your cleanser if that's something you want to do. So it's just up to, the person in their unique situation.
Sure.
And I'm just like, I like all natural. I don't like all the chemicals. If I can't read the ingredient, I don't want to put it on my skin,
Yeah.
I like to go all in, all out. I don't like to mix products out.
Woo, he's got the CBD line.
Yes.
Limited edition. And look at that, the men's line.
Product placement.
Yeah.
Personally,
Isaiah, use it twice a day. Isaiah is one of my more difficult clients because I think he's having a hard time with committing to his routine, but we're working on it.
The only thing I use twice a day religiously is beard oil. That's the only reason that my beard ain't like a patchy homeless man beard like it was 6 months ago.
See, I'm being put on game right now. Like I didn't even know some of these products exist. Like beard oil, I might want to fuck with it.
Oh
like,
no, I don't have a Monet beard oil.
We do have oil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you guys got a beard oil, I could fuck with that because I actually just ran out of my Amish beard oil. I was using Amish beard oil.
Rejuvenate.
My boyfriend put Rejuvenate oil on his beard. He said it feels real soft.
Yeah. So Rejuvenate is a patented ingredient that's literally in pretty much every Monet product. It's a very thin molecular structure oil, so it's really runny. But it's amazing for beards, it's amazing for skin and hair. It's the only oil on the market that can penetrate all 3 layers of your hair strand. It's in like all of our shampoos, all of our skincare. So I call it crack.
Is it made out of like baby foreskin, like that shit Sandra Bullock uses?
Oh my God. Somebody just brought that up to me today.
Oh, good.
That's a real thing.
What?
We can't hear you. You're muted.
I say you were doing so great with the product placement, and then you got to go and throw in the baby foreskin, man. Like,
no, that's dead ass a real thing. Candace knows.
Candace knows.
Guys brought it up to me today at work. The salesman Boston Products like, does this have baby foreskin in it? I'm like, what? What are you talking about?
Dead.
Like, yeah,
is that a common thing?
Yeah, like why is that a thing?
You on a podcast, baby?
I've never even heard of this until funny you brought it
Let
up.
us see him.
Okay, real quick.
He's so cute. You know, Hi, baby.
Say hi, baby.
Hi.
Oh, baby, your butt stinks.
Uh-oh.
He literally is your twin.
I swear he's such a good mix of him and Izzy. Like
He is.
I see both of them.
I see both also. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, he definitely took a shit.
Uh,
But
it doesn't stop there, buddy. You got about like 5-6 more years of that.
at 5 years old, if he can't go take a shit on his own, then like I
No,
don't know.
he could. You know what happens at 5? Like my son is 5. So what happens at 5? Let's get Monat Lifestyle because we're not on Monat Lifestyle. What happens at 5 is that they start playing and they just refuse to stop playing to go sit on the toilet. So they'll just let it go in their pants, you know. So like now you gotta like start disciplining a little bit. Like, hey, when you feel this, you know.
That sounds rough.
Yeah. It's,
Do you
it's a
even,
fun
like
time.
what do? Do you get mad in that moment? Do you have to be like, why would you do that?
No. You can't. I never lead with anger. I'm always. I'll tell them why it's wrong, and then I'll give them instances. You know, like when people are around and they smell them, they're like, "Oh, you stink." You know, I'm like, you don't want to be known as that guy. You know, like the smelly kid. You know, so like. He'd be like, yeah, you're right. You know, I don't want to be.
We all remember that kid from school. We all remember the smelly kid.
I actually do remember his name and everything. I'm not gonna say it, but also I used to work at a daycare, and a tactic we used for like the 3-year-olds when they would like wet the bed or whatever, they always had like, you know how kids' underwear have like their favorite character on them. Let's say, like I don't know. I'm like old, so I'm like Little Mermaid, but like. We'd be like, you don't want to like get Little Mermaid, like you don't want to pee on her, basically.
She's wet anyway. She's in the
they
ocean.
would like, you know what I'm saying? They would about ruining Little Mermaid or whoever.
No, I like that approach.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a good one. That just made me think. I think Pixar or Disney is coming out with a movie with basically like a little melanated boy Little Mermaid movie, but like he turns into like some little aquatic creature when he hits the water.
Luca,
maybe.
Yep.
My son's not at the age where he watches movies and shit yet, so right now it's all like I don't know, Peppa Pig and fucking shit like that. So.
Hey, YouTube is a mug, bro. Like they're not gonna be like like we were where we got into movies and like TV shows.
Yeah.
They're just into YouTube series.
Yep.
Right.
True that. Does he watch Coco Melon? I hear all the kids like Coco.
Yeah, Coco Melon is crack.
Yeah.
All you have to do is play the first little fucking.
Hey, my kid is like way past that stage, but I still remember the jingle that dun Coco Melon, you know.
Yeah,
like that does not leave you.
There's videos online of people just playing the intro and kids like tweeting like, what the fuck? Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
So as adults, like as parents, like I'm so like no, I don't have kids, so I'm never around kids stuff, music, nothing. So I'm imagining like my car ride's gonna turn into like these songs. Like does that
I have playlists. I have a playlist that's just my son's music, and when we're driving somewhere, like I'll just put on his stuff, like what he wants to listen to, and that's how I keep him occupied in the car, and we could just have some fun. You know, sometimes I'll try to put him on to music that I like, and then if he does like it, we add it to the playlist so we could kind of both jam out. But your car definitely becomes like a rolling. At some points, I was playing ABCs. Now we're at the point where like he has these YouTube guys that he likes, you know, their music videos, and
My son's a little bit younger than his, so my son's like a year and a half. So we put the iPad on his shit because I ain't gonna listen to that bullshit on no long ass drive.
Like my mom used to listen to ratchet ass music in the car with me.
Oh, I do that too. I'm like, I still want my son to feel that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want him to be too sweet. You know, so like I'm like I still gotta plug him on, you know, certain things, but he's so cute. Man.
Izzy now.
Yeah, that's a whole bunch of hair. He got a ponytail back there.
Wow.
He got a ton of it. But yeah, no, y'all just made me think of this status that was like, I don't listen to that kids' music bullshit. When your kids ride to school with me, we drug dealing and killing this morning.
Right. No, for real. I'm like, ain't no cocoa melon in here.
No, it's that cocoa, you know.
Right.
But hey, speaking of
And he loves
kids,
food.
Speaking of kids,
you know, we had to do it.
Ooh, smooth.
Did y'all hear about Cardi and
Yeah.
Offset #2?
Yep.
It's just
You know what's crazy is she's
I
pregnant.
didn't hear of
Yep.
any of that. I'm gonna be right back. I did not hear about any of that, like most pop culture topics. But I do think that it's funny that a lot of girls now are quoting Cardi B. I don't cook, I don't clean, but I still got a ring. And it's not gonna pan out like that for a whole lot of girls that think that shit is cute.
Shut up, Isaiah. Go do what you gotta do. Change that diaper.
Hey, no.
Diamond Man because she don't cook
Change
and
that
clean.
diaper like a real man.
Hey, go clean
my
that
wife-
shit.
My wife did that shit like a real man.
Hey, boom, boom, boom. No, but hey, I mean, it's a realistic point, right? Like, we're not all, you know. I think like the statistic is like 10% of people in general will make over 100,000, or maybe 15%. Let's say to be generous, will make over $100,000 a year consistently. So it's like, you know, it's cool that we like these songs, but we shouldn't idolize, you know, what's going on in these songs. Like,
Yeah. And you know what? I think the only problem with idolizing is when you're in your impressionable years. Like when I was a teenager, anything Amy Winehouse said, I'm like, I want to do it. I want to do whatever she said.
but
I'm
what
an adult.
happens when that spills into your later years? You know, like now
Right.
you've become this character of what you thought was cool at that time,
Right.
and you've been shaped and molded, and now you're just this person.
Yeah, that's true too.
You know,
That's what I'm
so
saying.
it's like,
Like
I
those
love
impressionable
those
years.
You know,
Huh?
they always say, when I'm doing my makeup and shit, I'm listening to some Cardi B, some Queen Key. But I mean, I
yeah.
don't
But
represent the
look,
lifestyle. Just
it's a
pop
time
off.
and a place, right? Like you're
Yeah.
doing that when you're like you're ready to go out, you need some amped up music. You're an adult, you know what's, you know, like what you need to do and what you don't need to do. But to your point, Diamond, like those impressionable years where it's like, you know, now you're being influenced by what you're hearing and acting like what you think this person is telling you to act like, when in all reality, like, perfect example, like when we were in high school, Wayne was the hottest thing in the world, and Wayne's whole thing was promoting like sip lean, and now you just had like a whole generation of rappers who, yeah, it was done before, but like Wayne really made that double cup like pop culture type thing, you know. So it's like after him, all the whole new generation, and still
They
to
can't
this
see you,
day.
fatty.
Hey, mute yourself.
They can't see you.
Isaiah, put yourself on mute.
I muted him. But to this day, like, you know, you still got artists. Moneybag Yo just released a video for his song
Waukesha?
Waukesha.
I'm not
Fire
gonna lie.
song. Hey, and Wayne is in it. He's like, don't worry about what's in my cup. What's in
I
my
knew
cup?
that was Lil Wayne's voice. I was telling my
Yeah.
friend, like, this is Lil Wayne. She's like, I don't think so.
It is. It is. He's in the video too, but he's telling him like, whatever's in my cup made me great. So I think I need to go refill my cup. I need to go get more of that shit in my
Matter of
cup.
fact, let me go pick that cup back up.
Right. Yes. You see, you
And the
know
whole
that.
song is about alcohol. That's my shit. I listen to it every car ride. The whole song, at first, I thought he was talking about a woman, but he's talking about his love for
But he is
alcohol.
though. No, he's talking about his love for lean, but he's also like metaphorically talking about a
Yes.
woman.
Yes.
So it's a dope song.
Like, do you love me? Do you love me not? It's such a good song.
Then it hit the spot. Yeah. Yeah. No, facts. But just I mean, again, it's like to me and you know better. You know, like I'm not gonna go
Right.
pick up a cup of lean just because I heard Waukesha. But there's those
Right.
kids who are 12, 13, 14 right now who are like, damn, that Waukesha. You know what is it? And then they go find out and get into it. And
Those same kids been listening to rap for 5, 6, 7 years, and all of the rap that they're listening to is pitching drugs to them. So we got a fucking junkie culture in rap. Like that's a huge element of rap is like drug user
Drugs
music.
are cool.
Yeah.
Drugs.
Dropping
Also,
out of people. It's not
Yeah.
good for the youth. generation. Like this stuff shouldn't be on the radio. Like I personally like it, but like you guys said, I'm an adult. It's not for the younger generation who are still developing.
Right.
But the
Yeah.
other problem there, other bigger than the music, guys, is social media. Because you can censor music all you want, but people are imitating lifestyles. They're idolizing people on social media. They want to live like them. They want to do everything they're doing. Imagine when we were younger, we just saw like magazines and tabloids.
Right.
We didn't have somewhere to go see. I couldn't go watch Kim Kardashian's story or Lindsay Lohan's story and see that she like maybe had coke in her nose. You saw.
I think
like
that's driving a lot of the depression. I think that's what's driving a lot of the depression.
Well,
Like
yeah,
people,
you can't live up to it, right? So it's like it's this constant chase for something that, like we just mentioned, only 15% of people are over $100,000 a year in salary, right? So
not
it's
not
like,
even 15%.
I don't know, generously
Right.
speaking, right? So it's like, and then you also used to have this aspect of life with like celebrity culture where like they used to be more exclusive, right? There was like a mystery to your celebrity. With the social media blow up, you can't really, you see everybody now. You know what they're doing every day, and so it's like I almost feel like they need to get back to that exclusivity and you know not influence so many people.
You can't go back. You can't go back. Stories and all this going live shit has given us so much access to celebrities. But the sadder thing, like you guys said, like people are suffering from depression because they can't like live up to a certain lifestyle. But the sadder thing is, especially living out here in LA, you will see in real life that people are not living their real life on Instagram. Like people will go broke here, broke, to just look like they have the latest bag. They're all leasing the nicest cars. And then like, boom, Instagram, look at how much money I have. But then in real life, not at all what your life actually is, which is sad. And like, I don't get people's need to be so fake on social media and then create these unrealistic expectations for people that look up to them.
I think that the reason for that is because now we are, and I don't know how old Candace is. I'm not trying to make you out yourself, Candace, but like us, the millennial generation, right? We are the last generation that actually ever grew up without the internet. Like my nephew, for example, he turns 20 on Monday. His entire cognizant life, the internet has been there. You know what I'm saying? I saw a meme the other day that was like, back in the day, all of the consoles kicked it together, and it was Dreamcast, GameCube, PlayStation, and Xbox. And then somebody commented under it, like, "What the fuck is a Dreamcast?" No. And I felt old as shit, you know. Like I remember playing Dreamcast, but I say that to say, when your whole life, everything that your friends do, they put on the internet. There is no difference between the real world and the internet. So now you have built up the internet to be an actual extension of your real life. And when you grow up with that type of mentality, now you're seeing all these people living lavishly, supposedly, and you are getting depressed because you're not that way. Now you feel as though you need to show those aspects of your life. Now, like you said, you're willing to fucking go broke, flexing for people who don't even give a shit about you.
Yeah, I see my job. People come buy brand new Escalades that they can't afford, get them repoed, walking in with their Louis bag, but can't afford to get an oil change on it. It's like, wow. So hard. Like, I don't understand it.
Like, it's bonkers. And I think that our generation, some of us have fallen into that trap, but I feel like, come on, man. Like, motherfuckers really did have typewriters when we were in like second grade, first grade type shit. Like, that was still a thing. Like, computers didn't really hit all the schools, you know, until third, fourth grade, right before middle school and shit like that. So it's like, it's just bad, man. People are in a really bad situation trying to impress the internet, and none of that shit is real. Like, it is all, look at even Bow Wow, right? What was this, like a year or 2 years ago? Right. Bow Wow challenge and shit, where like people just started posting pictures of them, you know, faking like they were doing flossing ass shit, and they weren't. But even him, a celebrity, feels the need to flex like that. And I imagine that having fame that young really does warp your mind to some degree, because we got to think this dude was like 7, 8 years old selling at the fucking United Center. Like he's had fame that, you know, very few famous people ever even get in their life. And I can't imagine that he has any percentage of normalcy in his life. You know what I'm saying? Like 9 out of 10 women that he's ever met in his life, he could probably talk them into doing what he wants to do since a very young age. That creates a kind of fucked up mentality in your head. It's similar to a pretty girl privilege. Like, I think that a lot of pretty girls have irrational outlooks on life because a lot of things just came their way very easily. I think it's very similar with guys who have fame.
Money.
Money, yes. But a fat guy with money knows that he's a fat dude with money.
But it does not mean the same thing as just a fat dude.
It definitely don't. It definitely don't. But what it does...
better.
What it does mean is when the girls go on his yacht, they post their selfies, but he ain't in them selfies, and he knows that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, like,
your son.
Like a fat guy with money still knows he's a fat guy. He just also knows that his money makes women not give a shit that he's fat.
The other thing to touch on what you were saying, like, forget Bow Wow, right? There's people on Instagram that have 1 million followers. So now they have to keep up with this. Oh my God, I have 1 million followers. But in real life, won't even go get a regular job because they're so embarrassed that somebody will see them at Foot Locker because they have 1 million followers. So then they're stuck in this broke cycle doing the most to get money, because you have to keep up this image of being like this person that's famous on Instagram.
It's just a lie that you constantly have to live, and it's like, man, it's the Bow Wow challenge forever. You know,
right? Perpetual Bow Wow challenge.
And I only bring that up because Diamond said something about Bow Wow.
When you stepped away, we were talking about the Bow Wow challenge and how he was flexing for the internet, and how when you grow up rich and famous like that, like he's been since he was a child, there's no way that he can know what normal life is like. No way.
No.
Like,
Well,
it's impossible.
Britney Spears, they all grew up the same way, and they talk about how fucked up it made them, you know, growing up with fame.
Facts.
Amanda Bynes, bro.
All the kid stars. Aaron Carter just got in the ring with Lamar Odom for what reason? Like,
Yeah, Aaron Carter got in the ring with Lamar Odom. Didn't Lamar Odom flop him?
Yeah, he flopped him, but like he went easy on him. I think they're low-key friends. Like it was just a money grab for them. But like,
all right, if somebody was gonna pay us right now 50 racks that we could split, we're getting in the ring, bro. like right now, like 25 cash, no tax. Hell yeah, let's go. Like fucking, if you let me get an extra like 5 on that, you can knock me out. Whatever. Like I don't give a shit.
That's exactly what Mayweather and that YouTuber did.
Logan Paul,
yeah.
Yeah, except they did it at a way higher level.
Well, yeah, I mean that's when
they're both famous. A lot of hype.
Yeah. Well, no, they both like that was that fight alone. It definitely made tens of millions, if not over $100 million. So there. And I think Logan Paul owns a percentage of the company that streams those fights.
Hold on, guys.
Like that dude, as annoying as he might be, as much of a stupid YouTuber as he might be, the motherfucker's a genius. And I'm not gonna pretend like he's not just because I don't give a shit about his content. Like you don't got to be a nice guy or somebody that I respect for me to actually acknowledge your genius. And that motherfucker and his brother took the internet by storm. I'm not mad at him for it.
Yeah.
Somebody just shouted you out, Candace. Somebody said go White Sox, and I was noticing.
Teresa.
Yes.
What's up, Teresa?
Another Monet customer. She is literally loving her products. Go White Sox.
That's what's up. And then since I'd stepped away, I know he's going to come back here in a second, but because Candace did kind of bring up the Britney Spears topic, which obviously we're getting to right here as we're rounding down to our last few topics. But before we do that, I did want to bring up our outside comedy show we got coming up this Saturday, July 3rd. It's from 3 to 6. Anybody who wants tickets, the link is in the bio of this episode. There's only, a certain amount of seats. After that, it's standing room only. It's a 420 friendly event. So, if you want to come, Chief, listen to some jokes, listen to some good music, it's going to be a good time. We'll have edibles, we'll have infused products. And let me go ahead and show.
Speaking of 420, are you able to speak a little bit more about the infused products?
So I can. We just can't the services that we use don't allow us to promote it if they're going to be helping us sell tickets for these events.
Okay, gotcha.
So I can still talk about it right now in the podcast. We just can't put it in the bio and or description.
Okay.
But so yeah, we got our outside comedy show this upcoming 3rd of July. I don't know, for some reason it never lets me play the audio on these clips. I don't know, but this is the flyer that we got up right now. Mogul Minds Network. If you're not following us on Instagram, go follow us at MMPN3_. And our infused products, they're dope, man. People love it. We got sticks of butter for cooking. You could put the butter literally on anything that you put butter on. We got little bottles of oil. I'll go get one and show you guys in a little bit. The sticks of butter, they're freeze dried. They're clean. Everything's good. They're branded properly. And then this weekend, for the first time, not only are we going to have infused baked goods for some people who purchase tickets, and those options are all, again, in that link in the bio. Not only are we going to have some infused baked goods, but I'm also going to be selling some infused sauces, since a lot of people can't cook and they don't know what to do with the butter. So I'm that's what I'm doing every time I hop out of here. I'm in the middle of making barbecue sauce, ranch, and hot sauce that are heavily infused.
Hey, I'm not even gonna lie.
Put me on.
No, this man is one of the rare people that I'll give it to that has culinary skills. So if he's popping this off, you're gonna want it. It's gonna taste good, and you definitely, if you're sliding through to the comedy show, as you should be, we're gonna have all that available for you there.
I love it. I cannot wait to come to Chicago so I can come and try all this. Well, I mean,
hey, Diamond, those comedy shows, you're gonna have to align it with on a day when we're doing that. We're having an event, because those comedy shows are just different. They turn out. We always think it's we got 30, 40 people that'll come, and then so it turns out into something way bigger, way larger.
That's
people end up
awesome.
spending time. Yeah, it's a whole vibe, man, for real.
That's good for Ty Riggs and everybody else up there performing too. That's awesome.
Yeah, most definitely. Candace, since you hopped on the podcast with us, you got a free ticket. If I saw a guy walking around in the background. I don't know if that's your brother, your boyfriend, husband. I don't know. Okay, I don't care who it is. If you want to bring him with you, hit us up after the episode, and I'll send you a 40% off discount promo code. So you guys can come through, kick it. It's going to be a good time. These are real stand-up comedians that actually perform all around Chicago.
Stand-up comedy, and we love marijuana, so I was going to be there anyway.
All right, boom. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Much appreciated. So it's going to be a dope event. The last few were dope. Like I was saying, we always think it's going to be way smaller than it turns out. No, but people don't buy tickets until the last 72 hours for whatever reason. The bulk, 70% of our tickets will sell the last Thursday and Friday. And then Saturday, hella people will be texting me on the busiest day fucking for this event. Hey, can I just buy a ticket there? Hey, can I just come give you cash? Obviously, I'm going to take your money, guys, but I would prefer if you fucking bought it ahead of time so we know how many seats to get.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you're in the Chicagoland area watching this, or if you got friends watching, you want to refer to, like I said, it's a great time. We're gonna have the full squad in the house. We're gonna have a DJ there. I'm sure we'll have a one light set of some sort there.
Shout out to Light.
So what I'm saying, aside from that, everything that Isaiah listed, all the goodies. The comedians have been amazing so far, and I don't expect nothing less this time around. So we're only getting better and bigger. Join us now, and become a one of our preferreds before we're out of here.
Most definitely. And
Peyton
Hey, right back.
Okay.
one more flex for y'all, Diamond. Shout out to Monet for stopping me from doing a Britney cut.
I'm telling you guys, Teresa, shout out to you for being literally the most amazing client and for taking the chance and allowing me to help you with your hair journey. She literally called me one day. We talked for 30 minutes after she started using her products for a bit. And she was like, I was so close to shaving my head off. And I was like, you know what? Let me try Diamond's products first. And so shout out, Teresa. I love that you are loving your hair.
I think what would be dope is if at some point you maybe hopped on like an IG live with her or some shit and get a testimonial. I think those things actually make a fucking difference. I think, I think people want to see like actual real people like, oh shit, well, she said it worked for her. Fuck it. Let me check it out.
Yeah.
So so outside comedy show this Saturday 3 to 6. Get the tickets, link in the bio. If you need a promo code right now, you could shout out to our sponsors over at Tonsor. That's a promo code, and Winmore is a promo code. Either one of them will get you 25% off if you use those. And as we were talking about Cardi and Offset, and then that spiraled into the insanity behind celebrity. There's one more topic I wanted to talk about before we get into the Britney conversation. And I don't want this whole thing to go more than 2 hours. Ideally, we're at like an hour and 15 minutes right now. So, Diamond, I don't know if you saw it, but Drop a Pill Bill is getting out of jail. So...
First time hearing that.
Like I just think that shit is hilarious. I don't even know where I heard it or saw it, or if I made it up or if I just got something wrong that I saw elsewhere. So Bill Cosby is getting out of jail. His charges were dropped. I want to hold off on my opinions until Ida comes back. Candace, Diamond, how do you guys feel about this? What do you guys know about the situation? Bill Cosby is getting out.
Bill Cosby, so good. I will be honest, I literally found out today, and I'm just like, how?
No, I think everyone found out today.
Okay, yeah, well, I'm like, how, Sway? Because I didn't know this was possible. And I talked to one of my friends who posted about it. I'm going to read what she said, which is even crazier to me, and I want to like go into that more. But she said, shout out Michelle at Lost Kravitz. She says, it turns out that he made a deal with a different prosecutor in the state before he quit that he couldn't be charged for the crime. So like, what? Like that loophole exists? That's crazy. I don't know how to feel. I mean, I just feel like, you know what it is? It's going to sound so fucked up, but it's like, because we don't know celebrities, right? We only know the image we had of a celebrity. The image you had of Bill Cosby before he did all this was like your grandpa. So it just is such a weird ass story. And like, I just think the fact that he even did all this is one crazy, but now the fact that he's out, like what is life after this for Bill Cosby? Like, I don't know. It seems weird.
Candace, your opinions before?
I don't know much about Bill Cosby.
Yeah, that's okay.
So that just reminded me of an Always Sunny joke. Side note, I think Always Sunny is the funniest show on TV. But there's an episode, one of the characters in Always Sunny, he's like Irish Catholic, and I don't know, like they make the character out to be like his family's like racist, they're white trash, all this other shit. And at one point, Diddy has a cameo in the show, and he's playing like some bullshit doctor. He doesn't and he's like, oh, you never seen a black doctor? Your parents didn't let you watch the Cosbys growing up? And then Mac's like, oh, my parents would have never let me watch something like that. And I just thought that shit was fucking hysterical because there's like, the Cosbys was all about positive imagery. Either way, that's fine. You don't know or give a shit about Bill Cosby. I never really liked his stand-up, but I did like Kids Say the Darndest Things. That was a good show. And Felicia Rashad is like a really sexy old woman. But that's just a different topic for a different time. Now with Bill Cosby and this whole situation, so yeah, like Michelle said, shout out Michelle at Lost Kravitz, like you said, shout out the homie. Like you said, Diamond, So essentially what happened was, and this, what it speaks to is actually a larger issue in our judicial system. Bill Cosby, gave testimony. Actually, I got the article up here. It's the next one. So I'll read it off real quick. Pennsylvania's highest court overturned Bill Cosby's sex assault conviction Wednesday after finding an agreement with a previous prosecutor prevented him from being charged in the case. And Cosby has served more than 2 years of a 3 to 10 year sentence at a state prison near Philadelphia. So the overarching point here is that he made a deal with a prosecutor that prevented him from being charged in this case. That's essentially like how double jeopardy is a thing. I don't know if you guys ever saw the movie. You can't be charged for the same crime twice. Yeah. So essentially by him making this deal with this prosecutor, and I'm assuming that judge, they could never charge him for that shit that supposedly he got convicted for this time. So essentially, when they sent him to jail 2 years ago, regardless of if he did it or not, I'm not talking about right and wrong here. I'm talking about the facts of the case. And the facts of the case say that essentially what they did, his conviction was illegal. Because if I make a deal with the judge and a prosecutor, and there's paperwork done, there's an ice cream truck in somebody's background? Where the fuck's the ice cream
I don't know
truck?
why they're here this late. It's literally 7 p.m., boy.
Like, I guess you're out in Cali, so it's still light out.
I'm in the suburbs right now. I'm in the suburbia, so yeah.
So you made a deal with a prosecutor and a judge, and then another judge later on tries you for something that you already cut a deal on. They can't do that. I'm assuming, but like I was looking into the case. I'll say, look, I don't know, what happened. If he did that shit, fuck him. Every rapist and pedophile should die, burn in hell. I don't really give a shit. Now, all that being said, the actual case that he got convicted for was straight bullshit. Only because the woman that they convicted him for, literally her old roommate took the stand and said, yes, she told me she would lie about celebrities doing things to her for money. Like there was all types of this fugazi ass shit. He should have never been convicted for that one specifically, is what I'm saying. I'm not discounting all the other women's stories. I'm just saying her story didn't make sense. Supposedly he took advantage of her in January, assaulted her in January, and then in February on Valentine's Day, her phone records show that she was hitting him up. Like, I don't know, that just sounds weird to me. If I assault someone, I don't expect them to hit me up on Valentine's Day, you know what I'm saying? And then just so much of the case was weird. Like, this dude's a married man. Why are you going to his hotel room at 2 a.m? What else are you expecting to do, at 2 a.m. in this rich dude's room? What, you think he wants to fucking play cards or some shit? But I don't know. That doesn't give him the right to take advantage of anybody. I'm just saying the case that he was convicted for was bullshit. And it kind of makes sense to me that it got overturned, especially now that we know that he cut a deal earlier on for this to happen.
That's crazy to me.
I think that judges have way too much power. Like I was saying before we actually started recording, this goes back to when Meek Mill was in jail for literally riding a fucking dirt bike during a music video, and they couldn't get him out of jail. Fucking Robert Kraft, the owner of the fucking Patriots, got to go visit this man in jail before they even consider letting him out, and all this other stupid shit. I think judges just have too much unchecked power. And that's what leads to a lot of situations like this. I think it kind of speaks to a bigger issue. I don't necessarily give a shit about Bill Cosby. He could have died in jail. One of you guys said, what is his life anymore at this point? The motherfucker's in his late 80s. He just spent like 2 years in jail. For a motherfucker in his 80s, that's like 10 years. I highly doubt he has that many more years left unless the adrenochrome market is back popping. So, that might keep him alive a little bit longer. But like realistically, I don't know. Any thoughts and or opinions on Bill Cosby getting out of jail?
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know the ins and outs of it. From what I saw, he was being tried for things that were okay in the time of the culture that he grew up in. And we just happen to live in this cancel culture era where we go back 20, 30 years for certain things, and charge people on it. But
yeah, I think that's wild to do that shit unilaterally like that. But really, we don't even got to go back 20, 30 years. Just a couple years ago, Rick Ross, Molly and her champagne, she didn't even know it. Like he did lose some money behind that shit, but the culture of this type of activity hasn't really gone anywhere. I've worked in the club. I've seen lots of people do lots of drugs, and a lot of like girls who are just hanging around guys with bottles typically enjoy free drugs. I don't know. That's just what I've witnessed in my hundreds of nights working in the club. But that, again, like I said, I'm not making any excuses. I think drugging people and doing anything to them is just fucked up in general. I thought it was fucked up when Cardi B said that she used to drug dudes and rob them. So I think
she did. She talks about it in her songs too.
He wanted to say hi, guys. So I just want to let him say
hi, baby.
So like I was telling you guys about YouTube and how like it's impressionable. So his thing is now he's been watching these guys in their music video and he wants to rock all of the same stuff. So like ripped jeans is a new thing.
No,
nice ripped jeans, buddy.
Yep. Say thank you.
You're so cool. I want pants like that too.
I do to some degree think that it's a BS double standard that Rick Ross can get canceled and lose money for Molly and her champagne. She didn't even know it. But Cardi B doesn't get canceled for drugging and robbing guys. Like, why? Because she's a stripper.
It's all selection, right? Like, from what I heard, now I could be going in the conspiracy theory lane here, but from what I heard,
right up my alley.
Bill Cosby was trying to purchase NBC, I want to say, or
it was NBC. So this wasn't actually his first time trying to purchase NBC. The first time he tried to purchase NBC, it was in the late 90s, and his son ended up dead under suspicious circumstances. Where it was some shit like they said his son caught a flat tire and then a robbery gone wrong. He ended up dead. Now, what a lot of people don't know about that who haven't looked into it, it's Bill Cosby's son, like literally one of the richest people in the country. So what you got to realize is his son was driving a car that had what was called reboot technology, where if you catch a flat, the tire will reinflate itself and you can drive for like up to 50 miles or some shit until you can get to where you need to go to get the tire changed. So that story in and of itself just doesn't make sense. But supposedly he was trying to
ruined your tires. Just saying.
What's that?
I said, by the way, that shit ruined your tires.
That reboot technology?
Yeah.
Hey,
so you are familiar. Yeah, you are familiar with his existence, though, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And so that whole NBC situation. Now, in addition to that, I heard the NBC thing. I also heard that Bill Cosby owns land that oil is sitting on, and they would like to build a pipeline through it, and they can't get it from him. So they were hoping that through his death or incarceration, they could take it from his estate, which we've seen them do with all types of artists like Michael Jackson, like Prince, like a lot of artists and or entertainers that die. You could go ahead and put a bow in this Bill Cosby topic with your closing statements.
Yeah, man, I think it's just, to me, I found it interesting that he was also like the whole time he was locked up, he was denying any sort of programs like that he would have to do like sexual predator courses or anything like that. Like, and he was not willing to do any of that in those 2 years or however long he served. So in some sense, to me, that says like he's maintaining his innocence. I don't know. It's exciting to see what's going to happen with this, because I feel like it's almost we're starting to see cancel culture unravel. And at least in the eyes of the law, and so it's interesting to watch. I'll definitely keep an eye on it. But off of that,
Diamond just sent a hilarious segue image.
Actually, that was from Teresa, though. Shout out Teresa.
Shout out Teresa again, because this shit is hilarious right here.
Everybody, free the universe. Best I can do is free Bill Cosby.
That is hysterical. I think that is a hilarious fucking meme. Again, for anybody who didn't hear it, because we're gonna release the audio video, it looks like the Pawn Stars guys or some shit, and it's everybody free Britney, the universe, best I can do is free Bill Cosby. That shit is funny as fuck. I don't know what else to say about it other than that shit's funny.
The internet is undefeated. You can't
Undefeated once again.
Internet undefeated.
So Diamond, I'm gonna let you start this topic off. We are gonna talk about free Britney. Real talk. This is the topic of the podcast. Yeah. This is our last topic of the night. Free Britney, bitch. She out here. Britney want to be free. I don't appreciate the shit going on, but I'm gonna let you guys get your points off real quick. I'll be right back. If you can hear, hop back in real quick because I'm gonna hop out. And we're starting this free Britney topic. I got the thing up there. Diamond, let's get it started.
Let's go. It's Britney, bitch. So our queen of pop has had such a hard time in life. And it's sad because, you know, she shouldn't have had this experience with fame. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's Britney. Literally, it's Britney, bitch. Like, she should have had a point in life now where she's just so set up off of all of her accomplishments and she's fucking big chilling. But instead she's big stressing. And I didn't even know that all this was going on until like maybe within the last year, because there was this Hulu documentary, which was just one episode that talked about this conservatorship that Britney's been under. Didn't even know what a conservatorship also was. Like, did you guys?
I think I'd has the definite. I'd never even heard the word. I don't know about Candace or I'd.
I've never heard it either. So if you have the definition, pull it up. But you know, in my opinion. Okay, so while I gets that ready, I'll just briefly cover it. But in my opinion, it just sounds like modern day slavery. It's control. It's a way for you to just be legally with your hands tied. And it's insane to me that it's possible, and especially that it's possible for someone at her level too. Like the fact that Britney Spears has been through this for so many years. So anyway, this week she recently broke her silence on the conservatorship. She basically, for the first time, spoke on it. She had been so quiet all these years, and I think that if anybody has followed Britney Spears over the years and has seen, one, we all saw 2007, right? We all saw when she shaved her head off. But in more recent years, her social media, you know, her personality on there, something's going on. And, you know, you can't pinpoint what it is, but something's off. I actually one time tweeted it before I knew about all this. And I was like, is it just me, or is like something going on with Britney? And it all is now making sense that sadly, she's been stripped of her human rights, basic rights, guys. Like, she has been forced to be on medicine, lithium, that I guess is something you're not supposed to be on for a long period of time. It really has, like, I think, psychoactive effects. She's forced to be on birth control because she's not allowed to get pregnant. Like, listen to that sentence. She's not allowed to get pregnant.
It's crazy, man.
She's not allowed to have alcohol. She's not allowed to like go to liquor stores. There's so many things she's not allowed to do. And what's even crazier is she's been going to court all these years back and forth, and she wasn't even allowed to choose like her lawyer and shit. Like, she had no control over anything. She could never be alone. She has to she can't have an iPhone. I saw there's so many things she can't have. So
yeah.
She recently went to court.
Diamond, to your point there, I do want to go ahead and like just kind of what alerted people to this situation was this tweet by her where, you know, as you can see, she says like she just wants to let people know that, you know, pretty much she's been fighting. I'm going to just kind of summarize this here, but she's been fighting against this conservatorship where her father pretty much just has full control over her life. And it's just like, it's crazy to think that, like you said, someone of this stature, someone who's been through so much and done so much, that someone can just come in at some point, whether it be a family member or whatever interest they claim to have in her life, and go ahead and just strip her of all that she's worked for and be able to kind of delegate how it's served out or how it's used. When you're talking about the money, like what can she purchase? When you're talking about just they own her her life. And
They own her life.
And so I do want to go ahead and share this, the conservatorships, because like you said,
The
it was a new term to me. I had never heard of it before. So it says conservatorship is a court case where a judge appoints a responsible person or organization called the conservator to care for another adult called the conservatee who cannot care for himself or herself or manage his or her own finances.
Yep.
And from what I understand, this is typically done for elderly folk who, have maybe are dealing with like dementia, or, they just don't know where or who they are. So their family members will go ahead and use this portion of the law to be able to sort of just act as their attorney by law and deal with their estate and whatnot. But to me, it's like this is a person who grew up as a kid star.
Yep.
Um,
And fucking her family should be kissing the ground she walks on because she put them on. They were a poor ass family from like Louisiana or something.
right,
And they were sending her to go alone to like New York to make it happen. They were sending her with like a babysitter basically. And
right.
she made that shit happen. So like where you guys are today is all because of Britney. So the fact that it's crazy how money really changes people, because no one in her family has at least shown that they're really in her corner and have her best interest. And sadly, not even her sister. I don't care what Jamie Lynn just said. We can get into that. I feel like
I would like to interject.
So yeah, go ahead, bro.
Again, circling back to a point I made earlier, I don't think that money changes people. I think it makes them more of who they are. I think that her family was probably pieces of shit that didn't give a fuck about her prior to her superstardom, and her having the money only incentivized them to fuck her over and take it the first chance they fucking got. Now, with her sister, now this is me being in the conspiracy world. From my understanding, the reason that her sister's show Zoe 101 ended so abruptly was because one of those Nickelodeon executives got her pregnant, and they just swept that shit right under the rug. Ended the show. Boom.
Wasn't it the main dude? Wasn't it the dude that he's linked to a few people saying he messed with them?
So probably there's a repeat offenders. There are a few of the guys that like work at Nickelodeon and that work at Disney. Like one guy for sure worked at Disney, went down for kiddie porn, did it, the judge was probably in on it, whatever, did like a bullshit little bit amount of time, got out of jail, got a job in fucking Nickelodeon. Like literally got a job at Nickelodeon after being convicted for kiddie porn. And this type of shit happens all the time. If you ever look up news reports, every year, Disneyland, Disney World, all types of employees get found with kiddie porn, and it just don't really make the news because you got to remember, Disney owns fucking, what is it, ABC? ABC, that's ESPN, that's ABC Family. That's actually a gigantic corporation that's a huge chunk of our media. Our entire media, or 95% of our media, is owned by 4 companies. Right. You know what I'm saying? So
you're not going to hear this type of news come to the mainstream where the average person who might not be in this conspiracy world, right? Like they're not going to ever hear about these things. But the reality of it, and that's why I feel like this topic is so important, is like, all right, like let's take out the aspect of Britney Spears being a pop star and all these things, right? It's just the fact that she, even on such a main stage, can have all this ongoing in her life, and you never heard about this before. Like that's crazy that we're just 20 years later, people are having to make podcasts about her Instagram page, deciphering every little message and emoji to just sort of get an inkling of what's really going on in her life, right?
Is she sending out coded messages? Also, if you could do me a favor and read that comment.
Yeah. The comment says, as a result, Spears has been unable to control her own assets for the past 13 years, and she has a net worth of $60 million, according to Forbes.
Yeah.
I'd be fucking furious if I had $6 million that I couldn't access and control
Bro, this
myself,
is
much less
Britney
60.
Spears. 60 million. That's low. That's not the real worth of her estate, bro. There's no way.
Now look, you got to look at it like this. A lot of those artists, and this is one of the topics on our list too. A lot of those artists were getting fucked, especially back when Britney Spears come out. Keep in mind, TLC got signed, and LA Reid did them fucking dirty.
Yeah.
While TLC is the biggest group in the world, the cars that they get, the houses that they get, they gotta pay the label back for all that shit.
Yeah.
We don't know that Britney was or wasn't in a situation like that.
Sure. I understand what you're saying. Contractually, she might have been in one of those typical music artist deals, right? Mm-hmm. But I mean, it's just crazy that like a woman who's done so much and should pretty much have all, sort of like disposable access to anything, has to deal with what seems to be, even speaking on her sister, it seems to be a lot of control there, a lot of fear for whatever reason. Like I just get a feeling of like everyone's sort of scared to even speak out,
Yeah, it might be their dad. It could be something that he has on them, like not on them, but over them, where it's scarier to speak your truth than to just be quiet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think that you kind of hit on something there that obviously none of us know the facts. This is all speculation from one random conspiracy theorist on the internet, which would be me. And I think that a lot of people who are pushed into fame and or acting and or Hollywood or entertainment as children, a lot of times it is their parents trying to live out their dreams vicariously through them. Or a lot of times some people literally have children solely for profit. And some of the people who do that put those children in the entertainment business, knowing that there is a ton of predators in that business. And because like I have children, you guys probably have kids in your family that you give a shit about. That does not mean that's how everyone feels about the children in their family, whether that they're kids or not. Some people don't have a fucking problem selling their kids right up the fucking river. So, Macaulay Culkin did an interview on a French radio station, and he was talking about how, he was propositioned by pedophiles, at the height of his fame, by Hollywood executive pedophiles. I could get into, the deeper aspects of it, the red shoes and all that other stuff that the conspiracy theorists know about. That's not for this podcast. Elijah Wood, huge star, Lord of the Rings. He was a child actor, but his mom kept him close. You can go and find quotes right now where Elijah Wood, Corey Haim, all these people are saying the biggest problem in Hollywood is not, the Me Too movement, is actually pedophilia. Yes, Harvey Weinstein and these degenerates should be taken care of. Fucking handle them however you see fit. But I kind of think that women making decisions that they're propositioned into unfairly in most scenarios is completely different from stealing a child's innocence, because that person now can never be the same. Like you can't get that back. It's a little bit different from Louis C.K. asking somebody if he could whip out his dick. What's that, Candace? I'm sorry. I cut you off, Candace. I didn't hear what you said.
There might be a delay.
Maybe there is a delay.
You're breaking up.
Okay, I was breaking up.
I think you were fine for me. I don't know. Maybe it's a connection.
Yeah, it sounded okay for me too. It might be on Candace's end.
Candace, is your connection. So luckily for you, this is your first time being on here, so I'm not going to talk shit, but next time I'm on that with you, Candace. I just want you to know.
No, man.
I heard nothing. I just turned off. It's all good.
Okay. All right, cool. So I don't know. That was my 2 cents. I think that there's a lot of sick shit that goes on in Hollywood. I think that predators seek out specific jobs, where they can be around children and shit like that. And I think that Hollywood is a place that indulges a lot of that fucking behavior and just hides it.
Yeah. No, that's a fact, bro. I mean, there's it just goes so many levels deep, right? Like you start from the level of, like you said, of being a parent and deciding to want to have made your kid could just have this God-given talent, right? And you're like, I want to support my child in this. And like, honestly, even watching that Britney Spears doc, that's kind of what I got from it. Like, she was just she had a good support system that kind of was behind her wanting to do this whole singing thing, right? And it started out very, sort of just innocent. And although she was like started making certain type of music, like, she knew of a way to grasp mainstream media. And then it all just kind of turned for the worse, in my opinion, like after that whole her and Justin Timberlake breakup thing, right? Like,
Oh, did you guys show Justin's text?
no, we did not get into that, but I mean, to lead into that, I wasn't aware. Like, I know it happened during the time when we were younger, but like I wasn't really in tune with what was going on at that time, So like, just
With what?
with that whole breakup, right? Like, so I started looking into it. Like, I watched just some interviews that they had done. Sorry, I have a 5-year-old banging back here.
Tell him to come to the podcast.
Hold on. What's up? Oh, he has an hourglass that he's timing me on.
All right, well, let him know. We only got 15 minutes left anyway. I think you were off.
Yeah, no. So I was like, I just got like into it, like after watching that whole the documentary. I started feeling like, I'm like, man, like Britney started being painted out as this like bad person after her split with
Justin didn't help either. He didn't speak up and say nothing. He just let the media run with the story of like.
So initially, like I kind of like I found a few videos that kind of like had broke down the timelines, right? And how they had said it, like initially both of them were trying to be like very amicable about the split and just be like, hey, we're all humans and things don't work out and we make mistakes and blah blah blah, right? And it wasn't until I think he went on the Star and Buck Wild show. I don't know if you guys know that show.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Star and Buck Wild, but I can't imagine either of the girls are.
Anyway, it was like they were one of the bigger shows, like
before Hot 97 and the Breakfast Club. Before those two, it was Star and Buck Wild.
It was like a Howard Stern-esque show where like they had
like
these,
like an urban Howard Stern, right?
Right, like these polarizing opinions, and like they were kind of have the topics that were not so discussed on radio at that time. And so 1 second, guys, let me open the door for.
All right. So you were saying,
huh?
A second ago, Diamond, that you were. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so you were saying a second ago that Justin didn't, come to her defense, and like I don't know if you can see the topic that's up right now, but it says superstars equals rich slaves, and a lot of times these people. Here's one thing that I think people just don't ever think about because we always see as the glamour and the success, like we were talking about earlier. But you got to think a lot of these celebrities, some of these people have millions and millions of followers on social media today, not necessarily back then because social media didn't exist, but these people got tens of millions of followers. Their voice a lot of times is more important than the so-called leaders, the politicians, all the people whose opinions should matter. So what we as the general public need to understand is it would be irresponsible for the people who want to control society to allow these people to just go out and say what they want to say and do, like do what they want to do. So we don't know that he was in a situation where he actually could say something. Otherwise, his ass might have ended up in the crazy home or OD'd also. Like, I've noticed the trend with a lot of celebrities once they want to get away from the business, whether it be Michael Jackson when he bought his masters back from Sony. Michael Jackson didn't just own his masters; he owns like 70% of Sony's publishing. To put that in perspective for you, what that means is Jay-Z's Rock Nation, the entire label and all the labels under it, that includes Kanye's Good Music, that includes Rick Ross's MMG, everything under it is signed to Sony as distribution. When Sony makes $1, Michael Jackson gets 70 cents first. So he was never called a pedophile prior to him doing that business. Prince couldn't even own his name. That's why he became the artist formerly known as Prince once he went and got his masters. At Britney Spears, I don't know what her situation was. I just know they called her crazy. Martin Lawrence, we seen them call him crazy, and he's running in the middle of the highway in his underwear with a gun in his hand. What makes these people just go crazy? Are these people crazy, or, you know, is the world around them a little bit sick? I think that's a Dave Chappelle quote. What's that, Candace? No, I was just saying, I don't know. That's all I was finishing off with. Candace, go ahead and say what you were saying, please.
And the media smashed Britney so hard. Like, the whole time she was growing up, not what she was going through. And the media just added on to all of her mental health issues. And they just kept, like, bashing on her. And now all of a sudden they're retracting all of it, like, oh, Britney this, you know, Britney that. I can't believe this. But, like, you guys smashed her for so long. And we're literally not only her dad, but you guys were part of that, you know?
Right. And I think that it would do us well to remember the past, right? What's the saying? Those who forget the past are doomed to repeat it. So we can't fall for, you know, the media wanting to be in her corner now all of a sudden. But this has been going on for 13 years. Why the fuck did we not know anything about it all this time?
Because the media and like all of the people that are in that lifestyle, that industry, they will cover up some shit like that.
Absolutely, they will. Absolutely.
I was just watching that documentary when all those people are just swarming her car day in, day out, trying to take photos of her.
Crazy.
Did you guys see that part where they said like a Britney photo was going for like $1 million?
Yeah, that wasn't just Britney. That was all the celebrities at that time. Like
that's what I'm saying, though. It's like, imagine you're going home and you're like, something has to be going on when that much light is always flickering in your face, right? Like, just mentally think about how like exhausting that is. And then to be swarmed every time you're just trying to get to your car, that's gonna take a toll on a person. So
I don't think any of us could really imagine what it's like to be literally one of the 25 most famous people in the world. That has to be nothing but
stared at in public. Have you ever been stared at in public?
Right. Yeah.
Well, I'm a 6'2" black man, so I've been stared at a lot.
Okay, yeah. So imagine now you're being stared at, but like, you know, it's recorded and there's pictures and how, like, do I have a double chin now? Like, who's seeing this?
And you can't even trust that these people are staring at you for a good reason. Most of these people want something from you.
Yeah. Is what I'm doing going to be taken out of context? You know, they're going to flip what I just did into something I totally didn't happen. Like,
am I going to be on a tabloid tomorrow and Dominic's and all the grocery
stores? That's exactly what it was. You're going to be all over People magazine and you're going to be all over this and that. And it's like, it was so easy for them to paint her as crazy after a certain point, because she just started like after that whole breakup, she was just like, look, I'm not perfect. I'm not this little angel you guys thought I was. You know what I'm saying? She started releasing more raunchy music.
She made a song about it.
Yeah. And then like to the whole point of just like enduring all that, being a child star, having paparazzi in your face all day, having people spin these narratives about you. And then you just wanting to have some sort of control over your own life and your own narrative. Like,
you can't even trust your family.
And then it gets to the point where like now your worst enemy is your father. You know, like, it's your crazy.
Whole family. My sister made a really good point too. Like, if she was over here right now, I'd ask her. But she basically said that when her sister Jamie Lynn was pregnant, she had to cancel Zoe 101. She was on that show, and there was so much negativity because she was so young and pregnant. And like Britney Spears was right there at her freaking defense. So it's just like, that's what's upsetting, is like any other sibling would be like, I would go crazy for my sister if I knew she was Britney Spears and our dad is doing this to her. I would not be quiet.
Yeah. That's why it makes me think just like, what else is there? There has to be some sort of a fear of some sort of ramification coming down to the rest of the family.
Yeah, and rich people are quick to get you like on a freaking contract, NDA, can't say this, can't say that.
If I was a betting man, I would say that nothing comes of it. Maybe because of all the publicity, her dad might sign over a portion of stuff back to her, I guess we'll see. But if we're
Well, now
all
it's not
40,
him. Now he doesn't own it anymore.
So
This
who
does,
recent,
I think he still does.
yeah, right.
But-
He has power of attorney over her assets, right?
So I think he,
She's mentally incompetent is the way that they've like got this whole conservatorship to happen, right?
well,
Right.
it was also though in November there was like when the documentary came out, the outcome that was like the next positive thing was that it was handed over to I think like a trust. I don't know what it was like taken from her dad and given to someone else's ownership. But I don't
think
remember.
they changed like some of the lawyers that were also like conservators and
Right.
and along with her dad, right? And then she, I think, in 2020, I want to say she had tried to get the whole thing removed, and like we were just speaking about judges, right? The
Right.
judge
Too much
said,
control.
yeah, the judge said like pretty much no, let's keep it as is, but we'll monitor the situation. So it's like it's still an ongoing thing for her. How it ends, God knows, but man, it's like that's just crazy that someone can have that much control over your life and you do nothing about it. You can't do nothing about it legally.
Yep. I really have hope that it'll change for her because she spoke out. Maybe I don't know.
Can you
Candace, what were you saying?
Can you imagine not having one person in your corner that literally has your best interest at heart? I feel like everybody in her corner, producers, managers, family, everybody just wants a piece of what she's got. You know,
Yeah.
she doesn't have anywhere to turn.
And she's paying them, watching them be free. She's watching them live a life where they could do whatever they want, and she knows it's her money.
All
I
for
think,
her.
I think I read
and-
something that she stated where she was like, she can't even be alone with her boyfriend.
Yeah,
That shit is wild as fuck. You can't even have normal human
she can't
interaction.
drive, Isaiah. She's not allowed to drive.
Like,
this is all off of them being able to just paint her as like crazy. Or
I feel like if I'm crazy and rich, I should be able to do whatever crazy rich shit I fucking want to, as
that's
long as
what
I
she
ain't
said.
hurt
Look
nobody
at
else.
Charlie Sheen. Look at Charlie Sheen. He went like
That
Yes.
motherfucker was out here giving out the HIV. Ain't nobody take his money.
They call
Britney
Kanye.
says that.
What'd
Exactly.
you say, Candace?
I said they called Kanye crazy too, and he just be spitting bars, you know?
Spitting bars, facts, and that motherfucker's a millionaire out here.
And
Shout out to the king.
he's still fighting those labels and that terminology around his name. Like it's so detrimental when we do that. Like there's such a push about mental health and blah blah blah, but like as a society we're so quick to write someone off as crazy or write
Absolutely.
someone off as like it's crazy.
2 years ago, half of my conspiracy theories were just that, conspiracy theories. I'm crazy for believing them. Over the last 2 years, so many things have fucking come out where everybody's a fucking conspiracy theorist now.
Right.
Everybody got fucking ideas now. And for those, like, there's a lot of us who, been in this world looking outside of, whatever the headlines say. And yeah, to some degree, we're vindicated, right? We're like, okay, shit, now you guys can see what the fuck we've been talking about. Now I don't seem as crazy, but I feel like crazy's a real easy fucking label to just throw on somebody so that you can dismiss what they have to say.
Right.
And the main point, the last point I'm gonna make, and then I have to go. But
Yeah, we're
Britney's-
wrapping up anyway here.
Yeah, she says herself, like, okay, if I'm all this, then how am I over here freaking banging show after show out in Vegas? Because they just have her like a freaking milk cow working nonstop. So if I'm so crazy and incompetent, how am I freaking successfully doing all these shows? And like, she did not want to perform as much as she did. All these Vegas tours that she's done, that was forced.
That did make me honestly happy when I saw that. I think she was supposed to have either in 2020 or 2021, but she was supposed to have like a long residency in Vegas. And the day she came out, like it was supposed to be this big like announcement.
Well, she just walked straight.
Yeah, she just dubbed all of them like, nah, this is not even going down tonight. And to me, that signifies she's taking her power back and that, all right, you might have a hold on me legally, but unless I do these things in entertainment, none of you can eat off it unless I'm able to actually go. So I think now she's in a better headspace. I think now she's at a place where it looks like she's fighting to get her stuff back. And again, it's so much bigger than just her situation. But I
Right.
am happy that she is sort of leading these conversations to happen, because it's
Yeah.
way too often that artists have this occurring.
I
Yep.
agree. I think this is something that Joe Budden has been talking about for a while now. I think that there's a few artists who have been called many different things. And I think that sometimes when people are called crazy, maybe we should look a little bit closer at what it is that they're saying that's making them crazy and see, like, is this
Let's
person
not be
fucking
so
talking
quick to
nonsense?
just be in the moment and, like label something that we might not fully understand right then. Let's give people time. Let's give things time to, time reveals all, right? So it's like, just let it play out and see how it goes, because 9 times out of 10, whatever initial reaction we had was probably wrong.
Yeah.
That's big facts. Guys, I think that this was a great pop culture conversation. We got to do these a little bit more regularly. Candace, you're always welcome.
Yes.
See you Saturday, Candace, at the Outside Comedy Show. Tell your boyfriend to come through. I'll send you that link. What's she saying?
Yeah, send me the information again.
Most definitely. Just hit us on Instagram. I'll send you the direct link and everything. Diamond, Candace, you guys got any closing statements about Monad or anything we talked about today?
I mean, all I gotta say is, if you want your hair to be popping and your skin to be glowing, DM me.
Nah.
Or Candace. Or Candace. DM either one of us.
And that's men and women, for the record. Men and women.
And children and cats and dogs.
And children and cats and dogs.
They got it all covered.
Candace, any closing statements?
I just want to say the media is so bittersweet. I think more people are going to come out and start talking about their stories after Britney finally released this, and I think it's going to be good.
Yeah,
I agree.
Facts.
All right, we got anything for the people before we bounce?
Yeah, come check us out. Outside Comedy Show. We're keeping it going. They're getting bigger, better.
Link in the bio, people.
Link in the bio. If you can't find it there, MMPN 3_ on Instagram, Mogul Minds Network on Facebook. All the information you'll need, how to get tickets and all that. If you can't find it through those avenues, you see all of our @names under our videos here. Hit us up personally if you feel more comfortable doing it that way. We still got a few more seats left. Some more standing room only tickets. Definitely hit us up. We'll be out there this Saturday having a blast. Support Monad, support Diamond, Candace, and their whole team. And
and shout out to everybody who is supporting. Shout out to Risa for being in here, going hard in the comments. We see you, boo.
Hey.
We love you. We appreciate you for joining in on the conversation.
Facts. All support is appreciated, small and large. That's what it's all about. That's what Mogul Mind is about. The network, just bringing like-minded people together like this, and it doesn't matter what avenue or lane you're in, we could all build together. So let's just keep doing that. Thank you guys again for joining today, whoever watched live, and especially the guests who gave us such great commentary. It was a blast today.
Yeah.
Like I'd said, thank you to everybody who joined the podcast. Thank you to everybody who watched the podcast. Shout out to everybody who commented. Teresa, one last comment. I know we didn't get to a couple of yours. Love you too. Love everybody who supports the network. If you want to come through, if you watch this episode, hit me up directly and I'll give you a special discount for 40% off whatever you want to come grab. If you just want to come through and grab some of the THC products, you can do that as well. Anybody who wants to get some content done, wants to build with us, or just wants to support the network, you can hit us on the website, which is scrolling by at the bottom. If you can't come to the show and you still want to support us, go grab one of our shirts or tank tops. It's summertime. If you got a fucking baby, we got all onesies. We got all types of dope shit. Yeah. We got all that shit. Support the network.
We got hats.
We got hats. We got all types of shit. Now this one's exclusive. You can't get this one, but don't worry about that. But no, we're gonna put this audio up. It'll probably be up not tomorrow, but by Friday. For everybody who didn't get a chance to check this one out, Diamond, Candace, shoot this video out to anybody who may appreciate the conversation. Anybody who knows any more pop culture topics that we should be doing, definitely let us know. I appreciate you guys. This was a great episode of Real Talk Chicago, and I can't wait to do it again.
Peace out. Me too.
Peace.
Good night, guys.
Love.
Good night.